What's going on, YouTube? Wanted to do a little bit of a upgrade guide for the E-REVO 10th scale. I mean, I was working on it today, and I finished putting it back together after replacing some bearings that exploded. And I decided, you know what, I'm gonna do a little quick upgrade guide. What I believe is the necessary things it needs to become pretty much bulletproof, in my opinion. It's not a lot. It's only a couple things. I mean, it's a pretty solid truck, completely stock. I mean, it doesn't have a very, excuse me, it doesn't have a lot of problems. The only things I've run into is, you know, on tumbles, I'd have the rear toe links, the rod ends would pop out every once in a while, so that was kind of annoying having to take it off, thread it back on. So what I did is I went to the RPM True Track system, so it gets rid of the rear toe link and gives you oversized bearings in the RPM carriers. They include oversized bearings, which they're pretty decent, but I finally had one explode. I was on the beach running Proline slingshots, so I had a bearing explode on me. There's part of it. So I went ahead and replaced those with some ceramics. Acer Racing. I got these from eBay. I had already had a few bearings explode on me in the rear differential, the pinion bearings. That apparently is pretty common, so I had replaced those before, and so that's why I went with that same brand, because I've had good luck with those. Seem to be working pretty well, so went ahead with that same brand. So in my opinion, you need to replace your rear hub carrier bearings and your rear pinion bearings with ceramic bearings. Install the RPM True Track system. Nothing wrong with the stock arms. The only thing is the toe link. So you need to get rid of that because they just pop out. It's too much of a hassle. I haven't had any problem in the front. I'm still running the stock arms in the front. They're still the original ones that came with the truck. I haven't broke one ever since I've been running it. I've been running it for a while. Stock drive shafts in the front. I'm running m.i.ps in the rear. Those are necessary if you're running 6-cell. Even, they finally broke when I started running 6-cell. When I was running 4-cell, it wasn't bad. But if you're running brushless, definitely get some m.i.p rear drive shafts. I don't recommend the Traxxas upgrade ones, the Traxxas steel ones. I've heard of a lot of people bending those, and they're not nearly as strong as these. So I recommend getting the m.i.ps. They're a lot better. They're only a little bit more, and you only have to do the rears, so it's not that expensive. You want to just keep the stock front ones; those do just fine. And then if you did like me, you bought the brushed edition and then upgraded to brushless. Change your slipper clutch. Get the heavy duty slipper clutch that comes on the brushless, because the one that comes on the brushed version, it uses carbon pads. They don't hold up to the brushless. It just burns through them like nothing. The heavy duty one uses aluminum clutch pads, so that holds up a lot better. So change your clutch. RPM True Track system, m.i.p rear drive shafts, and ceramic bearings all in the rear. So ceramic bearings in the hubs, both sides, ceramic bearings in your rear pinion. That's basically what I believe is what's the word I'm looking for? The most important upgrades you're gonna need, and you do those few things, it's gonna be a solid truck. Oh, and if you're running 6-cell, get some better tires. I'm running Proline Badlands. I love these tires. Haven't had any problem. As soon as I started running 6-cell, the stock tires just shredded. So get some good tires. I recommend these. They're pretty good. They're right about the same diameter as the stock tires. They're just a little bit narrower, but they're just about the same diameter as the stocks. So you're not going to really need to change your gearing at all if you're going to go to these from the stocks. And then clutch. That's pretty much it. My recommendations. Oh, and not a bad idea to get some aluminum skid plates. I got these from eBay. I don't remember the brand. I might, if I can find them again, I'll put in the description where what brand they are. Stay away from Integy. I don't like them. I've had a few things from Integy before, and they're horrible. They break faster than stock plastic parts, honestly, in my opinion. I've run a few things on other cars, and as soon as you take a tumble, that's the first thing that breaks, the Integy aluminum. In my opinion, RPM or even stock Traxxas plastic is stronger than Integy aluminum. That's just horrible. So in my opinion, I know some people love it. They run full, complete trucks completely built by Integy with Integy arms, Integy chassis, and all kinds of stuff. I don't know about the Revo, but their aluminum is horrible. I mean, you take any tumble and it just shatters. Um, so that's gonna be my guide right there. I mean, that's gonna do it. That's all you're really gonna need. If you do these upgrades right from the start, you shouldn't have any problems. m.i.p rear drive shafts, ceramic bearings all in the rear, heavy duty clutch, and a good idea to change those skid plates to some good quality aluminum ones, because the front ones tend to break on hard not necessarily hard landings, hard nose down crashes. They tend to break like that. So another thing I did, just a little advice, the heavier springs that come with the long travel rocker arms in when you buy the truck new, I recommend go ahead and putting those springs on it, because the stock ones, they're a little on the soft side. It squats down a lot. You're bottoming out a lot easier. You know, just driving, you hit a bump, bottom slaps the ground a lot. So I recommend putting those on. I think it runs a lot better with those heavier springs. Plus, I usually run a roll cage, a VG Racing roll cage on it. I wasn't running it now because I was running it on the beach and I was running an outerwear's shroud on it. It's more of a pain in the ass to get that shroud on and off with the roll cage, so I took it off to run it on the beach. But other than that, I normally run that roll cage, and those springs help a lot. That wire wasn't plugged in all the way. There we go. Alright, so I think if you follow this little guide, you're going to have a very reliable truck. Not a bad idea to get the wheelie bar. It helps sometimes. Alright, I think that's it. You guys have fun, and see you later.